YouTube beauties, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a Valentine Day set, just kind of like freestyling it. I'm going to be using my red iguana practice hand, Aries, my 4-finger diva, my good client. So yeah, I'm actually going to be using Valentino Beauty Pure cotton candy for this set, so enjoy. So the tips that I'm using, you guys, is from the Nail Tip Show. I love these because they're already pre-shaped for you. So it makes things a little bit easier for you in terms of application. Don't have to worry about shaping them into a tapered square. They're really, really nice. They're thin but sturdy. And I like how thin they are because it's easy to apply to your client's finger, or if you're doing your own nails, it's easy to apply to yours without struggling. Sometimes tips can be a little too thick, and I definitely don't like that. So using these tips is really, really nice. They make it easy to apply. I actually have to tap my brush on this napkin before I apply the acrylic because it is cold and the acrylic likes to move around a little bit. So it's all about the weather. Kind of have to dry it out just a little bit so it won't run all over the place and you won't be chasing it. So you guys, I finally think I figured out how to prevent my tips from moving on this red iguana hand when I place them. Gosh, it's been such a struggle, y'all. I've watched several videos on how to prevent that from happening, and I was so frustrated because when I would be practicing and trying to do a look on this hand, these tips would just kind of like slide out of place, and it's annoying. So I had to, I watched a few of the red iguana videos, and I went out and purchased some Gorilla Glue gel formula, and you just apply just a little bit on the nail bed area, and then you apply your base tip, and then you can apply your tip for your nail extension, or either if you were trying to sculpt the nail out, you can do that too. So far so good. I was working with this morning trying to figure out what was best because, gosh, I was so frustrated, y'all. I was so frustrated. I'm like, I am so tired of these little tips popping out. But I think I figured it out. Well, we shall see. I actually figured it out this morning. So hopefully it won't pop out on me while I'm doing this. Anyways, how's everybody doing today? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying warm if you're in a cold environment like I am in the Midwest and in St. Louis. And it is cold, you guys. Actually, today wasn't too bad. It was like in the low 50s. But, child, honey, after tomorrow, it's over. It's going to be so cold. And I hate cold weather. I want to move. I really do. I am not interested in anything cold. Not even cold water. So, better put some clothes on. So far, hope you guys can see, this hand is working out for me so far. Nothing's moving around. Yeah, these tips are really, really nice. I really like them a lot. I've used them on myself, and I'm not a tip person personally, but they worked out really well. I'm just trying to be careful because I do not want none of these to pop out. Ooh, it's a mess. So I'm just trying to get close to the cuticle with this cotton candy, but not touching it. So hopefully you guys can see. I think I'm in focus. I'm gonna look at a second. I'm using a number 10 brush, by the way. It's so crazy because I got some nice brushes. I got this brush from the nail supply store in my neighborhood. Well, actually, it wasn't in my neighborhood, but one of the nail supply stores. There's only a couple of them. And I like how they crimped it because I don't like to use a pointy brush. I prefer my brush to be on the flat side, and this one is flat. See? It's pretty flat. I like it. It makes it applying the acrylic a little bit easier for me. I have some brushes that are kind of like semi-flat but pointy, but I mean, they're fine. They're some good quality brushes. So for some reason, I keep reaching for this brush. I keep reaching for this brush, and I keep reaching for my brushes I got from school, and they were a size 8 Harmony brushes. For some reason or another, I keep reaching. So these extensions I left pretty long, so I'm using several beads to build the acrylic. Now I work in small beads. I do not do large side beads. Not for me. It's cool, I like to see it, but for me, no ma'am. I'm gonna use what I think is appropriate, and I'm using small beads to apply this acrylic. It just works best for me. I can have more control over the product when I'm using small beads versus using large beads. Now I can use a medium bead. Hold on, y'all. Let me take off these glasses. I got on these glasses that I need to remove. I got some I like to use medium-sized beads as well. So it's, for me, it's between small and medium beads. And I don't do the 1 bead method. No. I like to take my time. I want to have control over the product, so. I do enjoy watching people use the 1 bead method though. But for me, the 3 or 4 bead, maybe 5, depending, works a little bit better for me. So when you're applying acrylic, you want to make sure that your client's finger is pointed down somewhat, because if not, the acrylic will run into the cuticle area. And it's kind of like you want to allow gravity to take hold of this acrylic powder, you know? Let gravity work for you, not against you. So yeah, I'm just pushing it back into the center because you want to have your strength in the center. And you want to make sure that you don't have a bulky side. So I'm just going to take a little bit, I like to wet my brush just a little bit, you know, and just soft strokes. I had to really teach myself how to be light-handed. I'm heavy-handed, so when it came to moving acrylic around, I always struggled because it would actually, I would be removing it I wouldn't be blending it. I would be actually taking it off the nail. And it's because I'm heavy-handed, and I had to realize that this requires gentle application. You have to be gentle with your powders, and make sure you wipe your brush, because if you don't, you're gonna have a acrylic buildup on your hands. Okay, I like to wet my brush with a little bit of monomer when I feel like the acrylic is drying and I still need a little bit more extra time to mold and shape the acrylic where I want it to go. And I want to make sure that my sides are not bulky or thick, so that's why you see me wiping these sides. And I'm just patting that acrylic down with a light pat, nothing too heavy, so I don't want any lumps, or if I do happen to have a lump, it's not major and it's something that I can easily file. So let's talk about lumps. You really don't want to have any lumpy nails, right? But I want you to know that if you're new, don't worry about that, because you can always file it into shape. Basically what that means is that, you know, you're going to spend more time trying to file and balance out that acrylic on the nail, but it's not something that cannot be done. You can do it with your e-file, with a coarse bit, or even some medium bits, or either if you don't have an e-file, you can use a hand file. And I went to Cosmoprof today, and you can get these from Amazon, but I had to pick up a couple things from Cosmoprof. But you can get a 100 grit file, and you can get an 80 by 80 grit file. That's even more coarse than your 100 grit if you have an issue with, you know, bulkiness of the nail and you need to file it down. You can just simply get that. So I'm gently tapping and pushing the acrylic up towards the cuticle area. You don't want to go directly or too close to the cuticle. You want to give it, you know, keep your space. Give it some distance, you know what I'm saying? Because you do not want to ever flood the cuticle with nothing, like absolutely nothing. Definitely not acrylic, because, whoo, child, you'd be like, what the hell? So you want to, that's happened to me. So what I'm doing right now, y'all, is just, while the acrylic is still moldable, just making sure that it's not too far up in the cuticle. You want to make sure your beads are a little bit on the wet side, not too wet, you know, but just a little bit, so that you can have control over the product. Now I am, you know, learning to use thin layers of color acrylic, okay? Because you really don't want to burn up all of your acrylic. You don't want to make it too thick on color. I just need a little bit there, because you don't want to waste your product. So you can always go in and make it stronger, your acrylic application, with clear. But with this one right here, you can definitely, it doesn't necessarily need to have a clear for this one. I want to say this is one of Valentino Beauty Pure's core colors, I think. I have a lot of their colors. So I just thought this cotton candy was so pretty. I don't know, it may not be a core color, but I don't know. But yeah, so let me put this back in place. You see what I'm saying about the positioning of your hand? Because this acrylic, it will get away from you, especially in the wintertime. And I'm shaking my bottle because I want to make sure that it's leveled. It makes it easier to pick up a bead. And I'm tapping 3 to 4 times in this powder to get like a medium-sized bead. So the more taps you do in the powder with your brush, the more product, the larger your bead is going to be, let me just say. So I'm going to be quiet and let y'all watch me. It's late. I do nails at nighttime. I'm most creative at night, so I try to get busy when people go to sleep. So I'll jump back in and chat with y'all in a moment. I'm gonna go ahead and try to lay the foundation quickly here. But take your time, please don't rush, you know what I'm saying? If you're new and learning, just give yourself grace and patience, and that's something I had to learn, you know what I'm saying? You give yourself some time, give yourself room to work, time to work. And I have this mantra, you know, I told myself, you know what, I told y'all I was going to be quiet. But anyway, let me tell y'all something. You know, they say that practice makes better. I believe that practice makes perfect. I stopped saying that. I believe that practice makes you better, because I just feel like perfect is such a high bar to reach, and nobody's perfect. You can only get better with practice, whatever you love to do, you know. You can only get better. Just get better at it, and you can become an expert at it. And I got so tired of putting that pressure of being perfect. Practice makes you perfect. Practice makes you perfect. And I'm teaching my son that practice makes you better, and actually practice makes you love whatever it is you're doing. So remember that, y'all. Some people might disagree with me, but that's cool too. But I desire to get better and perfect something. I feel like with my mindset that way, if I make a mistake, I'm okay. I'm okay if I make a mistake. Give yourself room to mess up. That's how you learn. Oh, you guys, forgot to tell you too about these nail tips. You get 500 in a box. Really nice box. Now, the great thing about these tips is that they already have a C curve. So when you have a C curve to your nail, it makes your nails much stronger and less likely to break. So remember that. Okay, so these, just cleaning my brush here, have a C curve to them. See how they're curved there? Let me see. See, they are curved. Oops. At the tip, yes, you want that C curve. If you desire to have it, it's up to you. But when it's a C curve like that, your nails are stronger. Okay? It's gonna provide a good amount of strength. Now I'm going to go in and take some clear acrylic, and there's some areas where I could definitely use a bit more of an apex. So I have some clear Harmony acrylic in this little video container that I got from school. So I got a lot of things from school, okay? So I'm just going to utilize this product real quick. There's not a lot in here. I'm trying to use up all of my little containers like this. So the apex basically is where the natural nail meets the nail tip or the nail form. So that part, that area of the nail really needs its strength right there, because that's where nails are likely to break, is in that area. So build up your apex. Make sure you have good thickness, not a lot, but you want some thickness. You don't want too much thickness. You don't want bulk. You want strength. So you can eyeball it and look to see if there's like any dips or where you can fill in with clear and not your color, because you definitely don't want to fill in with your color. You want to fill in with clear because, first of all, clear is less expensive, easy accessible than color. So you want to go ahead and apply the clear, okay, for strength. And actually, you know what I've learned too about clear acrylic is that it actually smooths out your nail. Now that's what I think. I mean, that's what it appears. So I'm just using more of the clear where I need it in terms of strength, and using less of it to cover the rest of the nail. So that's what I'm doing. Let me separate her little fingers. All right. So I'm gonna go in and hold up, y'all. This box is wrong. Okay, this box is my little stand. I use it to pop up her little hand, honey, because she needs some help. So I'm gonna go in with some clear here. Not too much, just like one bead really, and keep most of that clear in the center when you do this, okay? Keep most of it in the middle. Flatten out the back. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and pop it here at the tip, hold the nail down so gravity can be my friend for now. Wipe off the sides because I don't want a bulky nail. Alright, then I'm just going to take just a little small bead, just see that much, not a lot, and work it back here near the cuticle. And I see, I'm just like, you want to look at your nail from all angles, okay? Look at it from every angle. Like, look at it, see if you're pleased with the apex, right? So I thought that, you know what, Aries can stand a little bit more strength right here, okay? I don't want her breaking her nails. Her nails are long, so I want them to be strong, not bulky. Okay, so I went ahead and took the Aries hand out of the lamp. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. This is the ombre gel that I use on this finger right here. Okay, it's shiny. The other ones are still matte. I have nothing on those. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the clear acrylic. I'm going to try to keep this in focus so y'all can see. So give me a moment. One moment, please. All right, so I'm going to take some clear acrylic, and I have red, and we're going to ombre with the red, but I'm going to use this clear. I'm going to first lay down this clear first, just as a protective layer, because this is sticky, this ombre gel. Okay, you just need a little bit. Okay, that's cool. Now I'm going to go in with this brush. It's a makeup brush, ain't no big deal. A fluffy brush. You're going to get a good amount of the powder, the red, and I'm just going to apply it. Saturate the top. Make sure you don't care about your towel. It can be washed, ain't no big deal. So I'm just making sure that I'm ombreing this, making sure that the color is concentrated at the top, and then I'm going to just simply work my way down lightly, because again, this is an ombre effect. See how simple that is, ombre? You can ombre many ways. You can ombre with acrylic, with gel polish. I just find that this is a time saver, and I really, really like it. And you just want to fade it as it gets, down, but you don't want to go too far down. It really depends on what you want. Now, if you want this color to be more saturated, what you would do is take another layer of the ombre gel and simply just apply another layer and then cure it for 60 seconds, and you're just gonna go back on it. But I don't want it too dark, okay? Not too much, but that's the ombre. Okay. Wipe that off. Sometimes it can get on your other little fingers, so you want to avoid that. But I think I don't want it too red. Okay, I don't want it too red. So I think I'm gonna stop right there. I'm pretty pleased with that. Wait a minute, just the more tip. Hold on. And just dust off the excess, right? Alright, so this is what that looks like, the ombre red finger. Okay, and I think I'm gonna put some cute little jewels, but first I'm gonna go ahead and top coat this so that I won't mess up the design. Okay, so guys, so I went ahead and finished up this nail here with the ombre with the stones, and then I'm gonna go in with these stickers. These are Chanel stickers, and I thought this would be cool for like Valentine's because it's a stiletto heel with the red tip. And I love this little Chanel decal right here with a little red drip. So let's do that. I don't have no lips or nothing like that decals, unfortunately. I have to order some of those at some point. Thought I did, but I don't. So anyway, I'm gonna take my little tweezers. I got a base coat on here, so we're just gonna go ahead and place that shoe right there. Uh-oh, hold on. Okay. Doesn't want to release. Hold it. There we go. And press it down. Gently. The base coat is sticky, so that's good. I'm just making sure that it's adhered to the base coat of the nail. It's just like that. That's cute. And then I'm gonna use this one. Y'all, I hope my battery don't go out. It's so low on this phone. I film from my iPhone, okay? So anyway, let me just get the sticker off. Fold this over. Sometimes these stickers are a beast, honey. They do not want to come off. You got to do some maneuvering. But anyway, it did come off. Boom. And then I think I'm going to go in here. It's sticking to my little tweezers. I'm just going to take the back of my tweezers and just press softly into this base coat. Not a lot of pressure because I don't want any dents in the base. Then I'm just going to gently rub on the coat. Okay, so we're going to top coat this, okay, you guys? So listen, Aries, honey, she is going out for Valentine's Day during this pandemic. She's stepping out, girl, because the restaurants are open. Not at full capacity, but a little bit, enough for her to step out. So she want to go in her like red bottom stilettos with her Chanel handbag that's blinged out. So she wanted her nails blinged out too with some Chanel decals, and I said cool, just be safe, honey. So that's the shoe and the Chanel little CC decal. And then I think I'm just gonna go in with just the Chanel, okay? I think that'd be cool. We're gonna take, oh shit. You know what? These things are so easy to lose. It popped somewhere, y'all. Anyway, we'll get another one. Okay. I'm just gonna take the Chanel. Okay, we down to 10%. I have to charge her up. Okay, so I'm gonna take the Chanel here. Hold up. Okay. Okay. Let me have her to lay down. Okay guys, so let me go ahead and get these hearts on. I used a gel paint to apply the hearts. So what I do here is I just make two little small dots and then I just simply connect the lines to create the heart shape. I freestyled this design here and I really like it actually. I'm not the best heart drawer, but the more I draw these hearts or lines or whatever I'm trying to draw, the better I get at it. So originally I had used some red nail polish, red gel polish, but I find that the consistency of the gel paint is a little bit easier to use when applying or trying to draw lines or hearts because it really doesn't move. So you can just go ahead and take your time, perfect your shape, and clean up where you need to clean up. But I love these gel paints. I actually ordered these from Amazon and I think it was like 8 or 10 shades for like $20, something like that. But you can see that I'm doing a flash cure of the gel paint so it won't move. I like the way the heart shape looks, so I don't want them to move. And so I did my little LED flashlight for a quick fast cure, or a flash cure if you will, just so it won't move around in place. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep freestyling these hearts. I got some small hearts and I think this third heart is bigger, but that's fine. I don't want them to be all the same size anyways. I just want them to be different size and they are a little bit raised, which I really like. So once I get the hearts in place the way I like it, I'm gonna go ahead and do a full cure so that they can stay put. And after that, I'm gonna top coat this and move on to the final nail. Okay, you guys, so for this final nail, the pinky, I decided to draw some lines So here I'm using still the gel paint in red, and I'm putting a dot at the free edge of the nail and two on the side. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and connect the lines. Actually, I'm gonna draw the lines with a fine detail brush. I really like these brushes. I actually got a set of them from Amazon. So they're really great for like nail art, drawing lines or hearts or whatever it is you need to draw. And they come in different bristle sizes. So they got some long ones, some short ones, medium sized bristles. But they're very thin, so they're great detail art brushes. But I'm just drawing lines on each side into a V shape, if you will. And then I'm going to fill in the other side of the nail with the paint, as you can see. And you don't have to worry about being perfect, because you can actually go in and clean this up. So and make your lines a little bit more straight, if you will, or if you feel like they're too thick, you can thin them out. But I'm just making sure that I have pretty good coverage of this gel paint on the pinky. Now I can tell you this, y'all, all of these colors are so opaque and I love it. So I only use one coat of this gel paint for my design for the pinky. It worked. So you don't need two coats unless you don't pick up a lot of paint. But I found that I picked up a good amount of paint, although it didn't look like it on my brush. It's a lot. And so I was able to really pull this V-shaped lines off, which is simply one coat of the paint. But I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap this nail up and move on to the next step of this design on this pinky, which is glitter. Okay guys, so I finished applying the gel paint and I cured it in a lamp. Or actually, yes, I did cure this in a lamp so it wouldn't move. So now I'm taking some red glitter that I got from Michael's, applying it on the gel paint area because I wanted to have that glitter effect where the gel paint is, just so I can give us some more bling bling with this ruby red glitter. I really like it. For all your glitter needs on the low, go to Michael's. You can customize your own glitter mix if you want to at Michael's. So yes, I'm going to go ahead and press in the side so the nail won't be bulky. I'm going to make sure that I also take my brush and I'm going to go ahead and dust the excess glitter off the nail because I just want it in that particular area, okay? Now this is the final look of my Valentine's Day inspired nails with my bling bling, with the Chanel, the hearts, the glitter, everything a girl or a guy will want in Valentine's Day. At least that's what I think. But Valentine's Day is just a fun day. I really don't take it serious, for real. It's just really a fun day. It's nothing to it, for real. But I just thought that this would be cute. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.